E você, Estevam, o Estevam me dá muito trabalho.
The New World Order is finally here, and guess who has been hired to sell the agenda to Africans? Well, your guess is as good as mine.
William. Yes, sir, my brother. How are you? And you?
Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's break this down carefully. In June 2026, one of the most powerful gatherings on the planet took place in France. 7 of the world's most influential economies sat at the table, shaping decisions that will affect billions of people across the globe. And sitting among them as a partner nation is the president of Kenya, William Ruto. Now, on the surface, this looks like a diplomatic win for Africa. But listen carefully to what he said on camera.
We are presenting a new paradigm shift of relationship between Africa and our partners.
And suddenly, the picture begins to look very different. Ruto declared that the United Nations is no longer fit for purpose, that ongoing global conflicts have exposed its weaknesses, and that the world must now embrace a new world order.
It is not done until it is done. Rome was not built in a day. Success is not a flash. It is built incrementally. And I believe that we are making the necessary steps towards solving some of the most pressing global challenges. And I think the mere appreciation that 3 significant things inform this meeting. Number 1, global solidarity and new partnerships. There is a realization that the international architecture, the UN as we have known it, is no longer fit for purpose. This has been our position. And therefore, there is a reality that people are living with. Many people thought, for example, that you can solve global conflicts in days or weeks. We have seen what is happening in Ukraine. We have seen what is happening in Iran. So there is a new reality that we all must face, that a new world order is necessary that deploys new tools for engagement.
Now, here's where things get interesting. Because if you've been paying attention to global politics over the past few years, you have heard that message before from Donald Trump. For years, Trump has maintained a rebellious stance against the United Nations. In September 2025, that is last year, he openly criticized the organization, saying it had tremendous potential but wasn't living up to it.
I ended 7 wars, and in all cases they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. This includes Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, the Congo and Rwanda, a vicious, violent war that was, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. It included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before. There's never been anything like that. I'm very honored to have done it. It's too bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. and then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. Thank you very much. And by the way, it's working now. It just went on. Thank you.
Fast forward to 2026, and now President Ruto is echoing similar sentiments on the global stage.
So we are clear on what we have come to achieve and what Africa's position is going to be. Secondly, we will be in the new global order. We believe that a new San Francisco moment is imminent. The world order, as we have known it, is faltering. It is not that it's going to happen, it's already happened. But we also believe that international institutions, including the United Nations, are a necessary imperative.
So the question becomes, is it by coincidence or alignment? Because when an African president begins using languages that mirrors a long-standing Western populist critique of global institutions, people start asking the questions. And those questions get louder when the fresh New World Order is involved.
Ladies and
Now let's pause here. The term New World Order is a long and controversial history. For some, it simply means restructuring global governance to reflect modern realities, shifting power balances, economic changes, and geopolitical tensions. But for others, especially online conspiracy communities, it means a secretive cabal of global elites, politicians, billionaires, institutions like the UN, the World Economic Forum, or the Bilderberg Group, engineering crisis to centralize power. All allegedly designed to erode national sovereignty and impose a one-world government supported by surveillance systems, digital IDs, and tighter control over populations. It sounds extreme, and for many people, it is extreme. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The skepticism towards global institutions is not limited to people in dark corners of the internet. It runs deep, especially in Africa, especially in the global south. Because for decades, the so-called rules-based international order has looked very different depending on where you are standing. If you are standing in Washington or Brussels or London, it looks like stability, like justice, that is. But if you are standing in Nairobi, Kinshasa, Harare, or Lagos, or somewhere in Africa, it looks very different. It looks like rules that are enforced on the weak and ignored by the strong. It looks like institutions that intervene selectively, that speak loudly about democracy while supporting regimes that serve Western interests, that promise development while presiding over widening inequalities.
And the solid friendship that has been underpinned over the years.
And the problem for Ruto is that when you help the Westerns dismantle their old house, you usually end up sleeping outside. By embracing the Trumpian skepticism, Ruto is alienating his neighbors in Africa who still rely on the UN's imperfect umbrella. And he is terrifying a Kenyan public that is already wary of globalist agendas involving digital IDs and surveillance. So I want to hear from you. Do you think President Ruto is genuinely fighting for a better global system, or is he carrying someone else's agenda? Leave your thoughts in our comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's meet next time. Bye-bye.
Jesus is coming.